Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our fourth video, I'm thinking, in the grade 9 financial mathematics, where we are going to look at the most applicable of all the interest rate sums, which is about compound interest. Now, compound interest, ladies and gentlemen, is the most applicable of all interest rates. Okay? When you do your banking, whether it be with any of our top banks, then they will actually charge you using compound interest, or they'll reward you using compound interest. If I look at a sum like this, where I'm telling you invest 3,000 Rand for 4 years at 8% per annum compound interest. Compound interest means that I'm going to earn interest on the balance due or the balance in the bank. So in other words, you are going to earn interest on how much you actually have in the bank. Remember, simple interest was interest on the initial amount. What we are going to run through in this specific video is we are going to look at step by step every single year, how much interest am I going to earn and how much am I going to end up with. So let's start our process. In year 1, we start with 3,000 Rand. So how much interest am I going to earn? Remember, that's 8% on the actual balance at the beginning of the year. So in other words, it's simply 3,000 Rand times by 8%, which means 240 Rand interest. And I'm ending with 3,240 Rand. Now this, in year 1 or in the first period, there's going to be no difference between simple interest and compound interest. But the difference comes in year 2. In year 2, my starting balance is 3,240 Rand. So how much interest am I now going to earn? Remember, it's interest on the actual balance. So it's interest on the 3,240 Rand, which is then 259 Rand and 20 cents. Automatically, ladies and gentlemen, if I compare year 1 with year 2, you will see there's 19 Rand extra that you earn, 19 Rand and 20 cents, which means at the end of the year, I'm going to have 3,499 Rand and 20 cents. If you are unsure about how I get that, remember I started with 3,240. I'm adding my interest, and that gives me my end of year balance. Let's go to year 3. In year 3, I'm going to start off with how much? I'm going to start off with 3,499 Rand and 20 cents. Then I'm going to earn 8% interest on that 3,499 Rand and 20 cents, which gives me a value of 279 Rand, 936. I love to compare that to my initial interest, which means, again, now I've got 39 Rand more than I would have had if it was simple interest. So compound interest, your money grows faster and faster and faster the longer it lies in your bank account, which gives me a final amount of 3,779,136. I'm imploring you, ladies and gentlemen, do not round off at this moment. Remember, we want to know how much interest is there in total. We don't want to go rounding off now, because rounding off is actually an approximation, which is actually a bit of an error. But it's not wrong. it's acceptable. But I don't want to make errors. I want to go full tilt. I want to go the whole 9 yards regarding the interest. So I'm going to leave it with 3 decimals, even though we're working with financial mathematics. So in year 4, I'm going to start with that 3,799 Rand and comma 136. I'm going to earn 8% on that. And then I end up with 4,081 Rand and 47 cents. There I rounded off simply because I have my final answer. Interestingly enough, ladies and gentlemen, we want to compare what would have happened with simple interest and what would have happened with compound interest. If I look at the sum and I compare simple interest, I would have gotten 3,960 Rand versus compound interest, which is 4,081 Rand and 47 cents. Already on a very small amount of 3,000 Rand, I am earning an extra 121 Rand and 47 cents simply by doing compound interest. That's why people love compound interest. That's one of the reasons. That's also why banks love compound interest. Because if they charge you a loan, if they give you a loan, the loan amount is going to grow faster if we do compound interest. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you are able to do it. Whether you do core maths in grade 10 or whether you are going to do math lit. In math lit, interestingly enough, this table that we did here is going to be the way that they ask you to do compound interest without a formula. So please don't just use formulas. Use your understanding of compound or simple interest in the scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to look at a very awesome application of simple interest again in our next video, which is about hire purchase, but a bit more of a tricky hire purchase one than you would have gotten in grade 8. So this is Mr. VG signing out. Keep well. Cheers.